This is a joint venture between Cheeks is Out and New Flame and Order.
Oh wow.
Oh man, don't mind me if I'm sucking on some candy. What?
What?
Oh wow! Let me get this intro. He said, "Unbelievable." This is brought to you by the new Flaming Order. Alex Lexus teaming up with Sin to the Wall was a
You
cool
don't know
dude.
me.
Well,
Hmm.
man, f all that. So y'all get to see my face. I got Shinwar on the ones and twos back there. I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. I feel like Forever World right now, and I said that live.
Wow.
But
Oh.
you know what? Listen, folks. What brings us to the dance is, man, that leaker or that leak group did some massive dumping, massive damage. I think when they're caught, there's gonna be some legal ramifications for this, man. But I would say the leaks supposedly are juicy. So Shinwar and I were talking earlier, and I'm gonna give Shinwar the floor, and let's get into it, brother. So, what
Well.
was discovered today on Event Bubs?
Oh. Even outside of Event Hubs, Twitter has been on fire. Remember those Capcom leaks?
Mm,
We already knew it was in development, but this definitely confirms it.
yep.
Um, Street Fighter Six is in development,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be multi console and cross generational.
Oh, really?
And yeah. So
That I
Xbox
didn't know.
One,
I didn't know it was gonna
yeah,
be cross generational. I
yeah,
thought.
Xbox One, PS4. Now my thing is, to be honest with you, because
Mm-hmm.
you want to have all the resources to the next gen.
Yeah.
The conversation is going to start happening where they're going to be like, well, where do we draw the
Where's the
line?
cutoff? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna
So, but
it's
yeah.
kind of happening. Like I tried to download Devil May Cry Special Edition, and it said not compatible with your system. Obviously, for obvious reasons. I just wanted to buy it so that when inevitably I do get a Series X, since they're so hard to come by, I'll have it on tap. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with that being said, you know, man, that was a major dump, man. Like, I do know aside from Street Fighter Six, there was talks of a Devil May Cry 2.
What?
Yeah, they were talking like there's a potential Devil May Cry 2 reboot or a
Oh.
remaster or reimagining of Devil May Cry 2, the main story. You know what I mean? Since
Hmm.
it was so bad, maybe Hideaki Itsuno and Matt Walker and the rest of these guys can come in and like revamp it to make it more of an acceptable entry to this series. You know,
Hmm.
even further so, they're talking some stuff about a Resident Evil title that is influenced by The Last of Us 2. I'm like, you see what that got Naughty Dog? Capcom, don't do it. Don't do
And
it.
then Capcom, they kill off Leon. Come on.
Wait, what?
Hmm?
Did you spoil something for me?
No, I'm just saying, what if they did that and killed Leon off?
Oh, some people have a heart attack. But look at how we reacted to Joel getting killed in The Last of Us in the way that they did it. If they
Mm.
execute it right, if they execute it right, so be it. But yeah, some folks aren't open to change, but it is. And on your knees got jokes. He's just like Abby in Resident Evil. That's what you know. What I'm just finding out about these leaks to this level because it seemed like they put out more now because there was a little bit of leaking before, but now with Street Fighter Six, man,
Hmm.
But that's what I wanted to hone in on, like Street Fighter Six now, returning to the multi-platform, multi-console format, and I've said it, and I'll say it again. Um,
What?
Anything when you got fighting games that are exclusive like that is never a good thing.
Yeah.
Never, 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 never a good thing. Because what happens is, I'm pretty sure, I love Ono-san. Shinwar and I met him in person. A cool guy. He gave me photo ops and whatnot. I just think that there were some decisions made that now is starting to piece itself together as to why he's no longer with the company. You know,
Hmm.
when you look at, and this is just speculation, you guys can draw your own conclusion, but I believe a lot of it started in and around the time of Cross Tekken, where the balancing was put around a paywall. You have to do it like, oh, I need this gem and auto tech, auto block, or I can get power up or life gems and
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that I think were questionable. And I know that he had the best intent in mind, but when the idea might have been in his head, but then when you actually put it into application, hey, I don't think that's gonna translate well. You know who found out about that the hard way? Yours truly. Making Mugen characters and try to throw everything in one guy. Like for instance, when I was developing Goken, I wanted to put every type of fighting game style that I like into one character, so it's more suited to me. It's my craft. It's my art. I was gonna add air dashing and all kinds of Guilty Gear play to them, and then when I took feedback from folks, they're like, "Listen, man, it's I get it, but you want it to be in a way where I can make my own version. It's private. I can put anything I want. But if you want it to be widely accepted, what you got to look at is like proper balance, and just reasonability when you're trying to execute these things. So with that, I think the House of Cards started coming down around then, because Crocs Tekken had too much potential. PJ and Shinwar played possibly the best version of the early builds when they went to Comic Con while I was still deployed. So Shin, question with that Cross Tekken build. It had no gems and it still had the tagging. How did that feel in comparison to the final game?
It was fun. I mean, they refined it with more of the juggling and stuff, but it was
Mhm.
fun nonetheless. Cross Tekken. When you look back on it, and I want to
Mhm.
get back to Street Fighter Six. I feel like we're getting just a little off topic, but Cross Tekken when you look back on it, it's a good game. It's a really fun game.
Mhm.
And I just think it was released prematurely because it was still in the shadow of Street Fighter Four.
Yep. Yep.
Um, but yeah, but moving back to the Street Fighter Six. I mean, this is big news. Everybody's excited and hyped. Speculations already like, who's gonna be in it, but
Mhm.
it's just good to see that it's coming back to Xbox.
Now, I've been saying this for the longest. We knew Capcom again, without deviating too far. There were some decisions made that probably cut their funding, and Sony came in, or Capcom approached Sony. If it weren't for Sony, the game probably wouldn't have been made, or it would have taken them a lot of time to generate revenue to put out the
Yeah.
game. So that goes to my point. Some decisions that Ono made led to this. So now it's back in order. This way, now it's proven that cross, branding or cross the play wall, so to speak, can be broken. And if this Street Fighter 6 is indeed coming out to all consoles with crossplay, that can be the first to usher in what Call of Duty Modern Warfare reboot did. Cross
Huh?
console play between all major platforms that it's available on. That's the future. That's the future. I don't think we have a fighting game that is truly
Power
crossplay yet.
Rangers.
What
Power
is it?
Rangers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that was met with a little resistance. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that, but I mean, considering Power Rangers laid the foundation. Now this is Street Fighter. This is a big deal. If this becomes a thing, like The possibilities are really out there, But that is good news. That is fantastic news, and I think that is pro gamer. So the Sony guys can get it, and then they can do their thing. Xbox guys can get it, do their thing. PC, and then
Yeah.
let us all battle it out. And
But the
yeah,
Switch doesn't. Come on.
you got to understand what type of console the Switch is. You know what I mean? It's more for casual.
It
Not
has
not
Mortal Kombat.
Well,
Who?
I would say if it can handle Dragon Ball Fighters, I don't see why it wouldn't.
Oh, dang, I forgot about that too.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like I think that is just for right now. I guess Capcom needs to make some sort of recoupment and reestablish its presence with its fighting game franchise. The main thing that really got them, put on the map, Street Fighter, back on the footprint of the Xbox. You know,
Yeah.
when you look at Tekken 3, Soul Calibur 3, and Street Fighter 5, like being exclusive on the Sony platforms, it's just you kind of saw like how did it work out for Namco? How did it work out for Capcom and so on and so
Hmm.
forth? So that's only going to stand for them to make more money from different ecosystems. So I think that things are in a better place. I'm happy to hear that, and the Series X is gonna get the support that the Xbox One did not get. So that cross generation, that's good to know because especially if I still have my One X, and it comes out for the One X, hey, I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll. You know,
But
I
you know what's funny?
hmm
I just well, actually, this news came out 2 days, but 2 days ago. But I'm just now finding out.
hmm
Gotham Knights is gonna have two versions.
is that right?
Where yeah, so the Xbox One, and then there's going to be a Series X version, no smart delivery. So I'm thinking
Oh,
like, yeah. So I don't want to get sidetracked here, but I'm thinking, I hope with Street Fighter 6, that I have the smart delivery in place.
Capcom, please listen. I tagged them on Twitter and hashtag the leak. So I mean, now is a time where hey, you know what? Let's get our wishful thinking in play. We do know there was some information like, the initial build of Street Fighter 6 was focusing too much on some sort of tag mechanic or tag play that just wasn't received well internally, thus forcing a season what 5 for Street Fighter 5 and,
Yeah.
and delaying the development of that game. It's good that Capcom financially is in a better place because they've been hitting hard. Devil May Cry um, 5 came and did really really well for
Hmm.
the company. You know what I mean? And Resident Evil remakes have been doing well, and so Capcom is kind of like you notice they're not putting out too much, but when they put something out, it's good. You know,
Hmm.
they're going back to like the Sega Saturn and PlayStation 2, PlayStation era type stuff, which is good.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity. All I know that they cancel a bunch of Mega Man games, so on and so forth. I hope a lot of these things come back. I'd like to see a Onimusha come back, but right now, just make this Street Fighter 6 all that it can be, and the folks that felt slighted because Microsoft decided to invest in Killer Instinct instead of giving that money for Capcom to bolster Street Fighter 5 on the console. I get what Microsoft was trying to do, but in the process lost Street Fighter for the like first time in any generation that a Street Fighter entry didn't appear on the console. So with that being said, I mean, did they go into any sort of detail, Shamar? Like like release dates and so on and so forth.
Nah, too early. I mean, we were just talking about in the Discord channel about when possibly a teaser or an announcement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm thinking next year, it'd probably be like mid next year. There might be a trailer.
Yeah,
Um,
probably
and then
like a logo or something. You know.
yeah, or then with some people were saying like the Mizzle was saying, Capcom Cup. there may be a teaser. I say, hey, anything's possible.
Yeah, indeed, indeed.
Yeah, I just feel like with I'm actually playing Assassin's Creed. Let me pause this. Getting
Oh,
sidetracked.
oh,
Um,
ew.
yeah, I feel like because they're still releasing the they didn't even start with the new characters. Dan should be out in December, and then you still got all of 2021 where they're releasing the last characters. So I
Yeah,
mean, they're still
yeah,
working
yeah.
on Street Fighter Five stuff.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Street Fighter Five stuff was stuff that they maybe wanted to put in, but they didn't get around to it, and because of the
Hmm.
delay, they have more flex time, to, to mess around with it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I think that it's a win-win for everybody. I think in general, the fans are gonna be happy. We get to see, like Dan is gonna. I think he's gonna be cool. We don't know who that last character is though. They still.
Uh,
Mm. You know what? My hope for Abel being in it is probably slim to
well,
none. Yeah, I wanted to see Abel in the game, but what can you do?
oh
And
wow.
on your knees, put something in the chat. Allegedly, there will be a RE4 VR port for what console? For PlayStation? Because right now Microsoft isn't really pushing any VR as of now. But PC or PS5, possible, possible. But it remains to be seen, my man. You know, but like Shinwar in general, I don't want to draw it too long, but what do you think going forward? Like, what's I mean, it looks like the landscape is shifting or returning to a place that was kind of like the 360 era, but just
Hmm.
for fighters. Is this a positive benefit, or is it something that's going to be fodder for the console wars and people hating at each other? You know what I mean? Uh,
No, definitely for the benefit, especially for all those that missed out on Street Fighter Five.
mhm.
It's just good to know that Street Fighter Six is going to be everywhere, potentially everywhere, on all consoles. So there's no excuse for saying, "Oh, well, I missed it." Even if you didn't get the new consoles, you'll still be able to play it on last gen. So
Yeah,
yeah.
but man, I am like. I'm gonna put this in the background for the audience to see. Trying to get like the link. Hold on. Yeah, these leakers, man. The only thing I felt is a killjoy because you know, the reactions. Remember when we first saw the trailer for Cross Tekken? When
Hmm.
Ryu and Kazuya was facing off, and it was the big pop. And everyone's like, "Oh!" And then Chun Li pops up, then Nina pops up, and like when they leak and data mine and hack, like you guys are taking that away.
Yeah.
And I miss those times where me and Shinwar were at Comic Con and we saw Magneto, Arthur, and who was it? I can't remember, but we
Spencer. It was Spencer.
yeah, and we were like, oh my god, like we're at the Javits Center, and literally human beings making noise felt like a a 2,000-watt subwoofer, like your ears were ringing, you felt the vibration in your chest, the energy, all of that was cool, you know, but we know Street Fighter 6 is coming, so that pop is gone. However, when they drop a teaser trailer, that could be our time to kind of live in that, you know, um, that whole magical moment, so to speak. So, with that being said, we're gonna have more podcasts on this as news drops. But Shinmar, in closing, your thoughts overall about the leak? Do you think it's right? Do you think maybe Capcom can turn this negative into a positive? Like, what are your final thoughts?
I mean, we knew it was in development,
Mm-hmm.
so it was just like now it's pretty much confirmed. Um, Pretty much people had an idea that it would be multi-console, but this is more of a reliever saying, okay, yeah, okay, good, good. So now we just need the official.
Mhm.
announcement, and
Mhm.
then the speculation is going to be, well, who, what characters are going to be in it,
Mhm.
what's going to be the new battle system. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. 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 And then it's funny. I put out that we're streaming and folks are joining late. Hannibal, what's going on, brother? Glad you got to check things out. If you're just tuning in, hang tight. The archive will be going up on YouTube immediately. So you got to give Twitch a little bit of time to render all this. So I do want to thank my brother in arms, Shinwar, for calling in a hot tag. It's like Saturday Night Slam Masters tag
What?
team edition. What?
Oh wow.
I do want to thank y'all for watching. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you also are supporting Geeking Out Official. Shinwar picked up this cool comic. Who is that Red Ranger who like on your Instagram that I saw?
That was Jason.
Anthony Mason from the Knicks.
Oh
Wow.
wow. Oh, I almost spit up my drink.
Wait. Oh wow. Oh man. Oh. Oh man, but yeah, make sure you checking him out. He got some great content, and I might even do a little interview in terms of Power Ranger lore. Whenever I have these Power Ranger discussions with Shinwar, he instead of embiggen, he's impassioned, and he knows his
Oh
stuff.
wow.
So, with that being said, thank y'all for watching. If you didn't catch this live, the archive will be up on YouTube, and Shinwar will have the link so he can share as he sees fit. Because it's like the Legion of Doom here, hitting the Doomsday device. So, with that, I want to thank y'all for watching. Oh, what the heck? I hit the wrong button. Oh my gosh.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Oh man, I hit the wrong button. Oh. All right, so we will see y'all later. Peace.